Welcome to Reframe Perspectives Program, created by Misha Julia and hosted by Live It Up. The aim of this online program is to give people access to some pathways for changing perspective. When we take on new perspectives, it can be like learning there is a whole world of action, opportunity and freedom available to us. 2 of the 12 modules in Reframe are Bright Sparks and Reward and Punishment. These modules focus on the energetic state of activation. To activate is when you break from a static state, generate action and start to move. If you are looking for a way of becoming motivated, moving beyond disinterest or despair, then this Reframe module can help with the change of perspective and energy. The activities in this module can be applied to many areas of your life. You can apply the approach to anything which leaves you feeling flat and unmotivated in your life. The topic we will be talking to is image. We can put a lot of energy and excuses into making sure other people understand why we have or haven't done something, all the while becoming depressed or frustrated with our own lack of interest to moving towards our own goals or desire. A supportive or friendly, "You'll be fine," or "Don't worry," or "There's no rush," can still leave you feeling bewildered and even further away from sustained action. This flat space can be a hopeless and despairing place, which can highlight the difference between who we think we are and who we actually are. How do you know the difference between a temporary but necessary transition time and a more risky time when apathy is a sign of something bigger and potentially more permanent? When you no longer feel motivated to act in a way which was once easy and normal to you, it can be confusing and leave you feeling badly, especially if the reason for the change is not clear. Toddlers are a great example of exceptional energy and motivation every moment of being awake. Not only do they know what they want to do from the moment they wake up, but they also can be very clear about what they don't want to do and don't like. This little person's world is made up of "What's this?" "Yes, let's," and "no way" moments. Disgust to delight in a heartbeat. Yes to never in a breath. What we may observe as a parent or even person sitting at the next table in a restaurant is that this little person can go from compliance to tantrums in the most unpredictable of times and let us know about it. And as the observer, we may be amused initially, but over a longer time, we can get judgmental, annoyed, or disapproving about this display of no, nuh-uh, never. So although as children we learn that there are some things we like and some things we don't like, we also come to learn that the people around us can change depending on how we represent ourselves to others. As we increase our awareness of getting what we want through interactions with others, we slowly turn the dial on the tantrums down, finding other ways of saying yes and no. And this can apply to eating food, choosing clothes, doing jobs, and so the list continues. And as we grow up, we often pride ourselves on our ability to manage our tempers, not spit and throw food around. We like that we can choose what people see and what we keep behind closed doors. There is a sense of acceptance, or resignation, that being all grown up is about doing things even though you don't like it, being careful about what you do openly, and not complaining much. However, whether it is paying bills, supporting a partner or child, or going to a job every day instead of when you feel like it, there can come a time when you get flat, unmotivated, and seem to stop caring anymore. What if our fall into flatline for some of our jobs and decisions is just the child within us saying a very strong no? It may be quieter in volume than our 2 or 12-year-old selves, but no less forceful, definite and clear. The problem with having choice can be that once you've stopped doing something you don't like or don't want to, it can be really hard to get moving again, especially after years of habits which help you avoid or have other people step in at the right times. In order to get moving again, we need to activate. Just like striking the match to get the wood to burn, there often needs to be at least a moment of great energy to get things started. But a fire doesn't sustain with kindling alone. The module Bright Sparks is about taking a moment to identify the things that require no effort in your life and seeing if you can use that spark to help add energy and sustained action to the things which usually leave you flat. Reward and Punishment takes a curious look around your personal experience of motivation and how deconstructing your primary motivations could help you build a set of stronger and more stable motivations for your adult life. These modules will help you look at creating sparks and ways of stoking new flames. Just like any new campsite, it might take a few tries, but by keeping to your focus, you can find your best way of taking action in a way which best matches who you truly are. Whether you're taking this path for the first time or travelling it again, we hope that you can enjoy getting to know another way of travelling through a life experience. Each time is potentially a brand new experience and new opportunity. Each time, you will find a way to move from I'm flat to I move.